Today's workout is all about high intensity interval training using your suspension training system. We're using the Bow500 suspension gym, however the workout is compatible with TRX or alternative suspension equipment as well. Let's get started with your warm-up exercise. Exercise 1 of this superset is a traditional row, but you can see I'm doing it a little bit differently. I'm doing it with bent knees as though I'm sitting on a chair. And what this does is it amplifies the exercise because of the additional weight having the lower center of gravity. Now make sure you extend your arms all the way out, and as you pull in, keep your elbows tucked in by your ribs, and nice controlled movement, both in the way in and as well as the release as well. For the cardio exercise, we're going to work some double jabs. So we want to double jab using your natural fighting stance, and then we're going to change over and do the opposite as well. It's a matter of alternating those double jabs from one side to the other. This exercise is all about foot movement, so I want you guys to keep your feet moving. Your turn to try this superset. Exercise 1 of this superset is an under press. So you can see it's like a chest press with a supinated hand position. Elbows are tucked in and I'm creating a perpendicular push. Now this is going to put a little bit extra pressure in the middle of your chest and also a little bit more in your lateral triceps as well. Make sure that you're holding a nice straight core line, so no dipping of the back, and good range, full movement for this exercise. Exercise 2 is some high pace squats. So starting with your feet parallel at shoulder width, we're dropping down into some nice deep squats and working our way up. You can see I'm using my arms for momentum, so you're also welcome to do that. And let's keep up the pace for the duration of the set. Your turn to try it. We're starting this superset with some T-rows. So starting with a straight body line and your arms extended, we're going to T-row by bringing our elbows all the way up so it's on the same line as our shoulders. So we're basically making a perfect T. And then when we release, we're going to release nice and slow. Now, Where people go wrong with this exercise is they keep their elbows a little bit lower, so they end up snapping their wrists in order to compensate. So you can see that I'm not doing that. I'm keeping the elbows nice and high and keeping the wrists nice and straight as well. For the cardio component, we're going into some mountain climbers. Now you can see when you do your mountain climbers, the front foot doesn't touch the floor. Where a lot of people go wrong with this exercise is they lift their butt and it changes the movement, it changes the exercise. So you can see I'm keeping that prone position, nice and heavy on my arms to keep me supported, and then just working those mountain climbers. Your turn to try this superset. Exercise 1 of this superset is some steady, controlled chest flies. Starting with your arms soft straight in front of you, perpendicular to your body, We're going to open our arms up and get into that crucifix position, and then work our way back to our originating spot. Make sure you keep a straight line from your shoulder all the way to ankle in order to keep your core line and keep your back protected. For the second exercise, we're going to work some prone jacks. So dropping down into that prone position like you're about to start a push-up, we're going to work the jumping jack action with our feet. So you've got part of your weight on your arm supporting you, and then it's just a matter of hopping in and out using your feet. Now, the mistake a lot of people make in this exercise is they lift their butt high, and so it takes away the core engagement. We want to make sure we're not doing that. So you want to make sure you're sustaining your plank look throughout the exercise. Your turn to try it. For exercise 1 of this superset, we're working some alternate lunges from that abs rollout position. So you can see a nice lengthy lunge forward, and then as I go back, I finish up in my abs rollout and then alternate and work with the other leg. Very important not to allow your back to dip and keep your core engaged in order to protect your back. The second exercise in this superset is some gate swings. So we jump out into a wide squat with our toes pointing out, work your way down deep into that squat, and then jump back up with your feet together. Keep the momentum going throughout the set. Your turn to try it. Exercise 1 of this superset is abs rollout. So starting on the ball of your foot with a nice straight body, we're going to allow our arms to roll all the way until we've got a straight line from our ankle all the way to our hands, thereby really engaging your abs. Now you've got to make sure that you don't dip your hips. Particular emphasis on protecting your back for this exercise. Now you can see a steady rollout, but you're also seeing a steady negative return as well. For the second exercise, we're going to work some gentle burpees. These are like traditional burpees, except that we're stepping into them rather than jumping into them. And there's also no jump at the end either. So we're keeping the joint impact off our knees. We're burning all the calories without any of the risk in this exercise. Your turn to try the superset. The first exercise in this superset is some crouch squats. So starting with your feet at shoulder width apart, we're going to start in an abs rollout and then work our way down into a crouching squat on the ball of the foot. and then extend all the way back out to your abs rollout. So this is going to transfer the pressure from your quadriceps to your abs and back throughout the set. Second exercise is simply hopping in your fighting stance. So you want to try and stay nice and light on the ball of your foot and just keep bouncing back and forth for the duration of the set. Your turn to try this superset. Exercise 1 is a suspended front delts raise for this exercise. So looking at your anchor, keeping that straight body line, we're going to push the arms up soft straight until you've hit a straight line from your ankle all the way to your hand. So really engaging the shoulders, the traps and the rhomboids. This is a really good upper back exercise. You can see my release is nice and steady as well. So that's equally as important as the exercise itself. For exercise 2 in this superset, we're going to work some squats and throw some knee strikes down the middle as well. So you can see I'm squatting with my feet parallel at shoulder width, getting nice and deep into those, and then throwing a knee strike down the middle. Now, I'm alternating those knee strikes from the left to the right. Let's keep the pace up throughout the set. Your turn to try it.
On a road to wherever I want, and you see I go with the wind, the blazes of it, I keep them within, holding on to a feeling so strong.
Starting this one with a suspended glutes bridge. So you can see I'm starting with that inverted position, but my shoulders are lifted off the ground. So pretty much the only support that I've got is through my feet, which are at shoulder width. Now we're going to lift up slowly and really maximize on that glutes bridge. You can see I'm looking back to assist with extra elevation and then just returning nice and slow. Your arms are remaining soft straight the whole time, so there's no rowing action whatsoever. To complement this exercise, we're going to work some X crunches. So it's basically a crunch with your hand aiming for your opposite knee. So I really want to try and reach my opposite knee with the palm of my hand and thereby getting that twist. Really cutting across the abs and working into the intercostals as well. Nice steady control and maximum range of movement without lifting your lower back off the ground. Your turn to try this combination. Well done for getting through your workout today, guys. Let's take a moment to stretch and cool our body back down now. Comment and let us know what you thought of today's workout, and remember to hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with all the latest workouts.